welcome to Pyongyang, North Korea for the North Korean GP. It's the second to last race of the season, and the top 5 drivers and points will move on to the championship in Miami. And now for the national anthem of North Korea. Here are the point standings coming in today. Schumacher is the only one locked in with a win at Mount Pocono in the first round of the playoffs. EDP in second place, 37 points above the cut line. Third is Homelander, 14 points above the cut line. Fourth is Von Riley, 5 points above the cut line. Fifth is Benjamin, 5 points above the cut line. Those two are tied on points, so keep a lookout for them. Sixth is Jeremy Clarkson, 5 points below the cut line, and he will start from pole today. Seventh is Soldier Boy, 11 points below the cut line. Eighth is the Stig, also 11 points below the cut line. Ninth is Walter White, 16 points below the cut line. And 10th is Lightning McQueen, 18 points below the cut line. And last race, he had a top 3. Starting first and second is Jeremy Clarkson and Walter White, who are both below the cut line currently. Starting third and fourth is Von Riley and Homelander. Fifth and sixth is the EDP and Schumacher. Seventh and eighth is McQueen and Benjamin. Remember, Benjamin is tied with Von Riley in points. Starting ninth is Soldier Boy, and the final playoff driver, the Stig, is starting in 11th. And driving the pace car today is Supreme Leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, who has a track record of 1.53 seconds. Starting first in the bottom lane is Jeremy Clarkson, and on the top lane, Walter White, starting in second place. Both these drivers are looking for a win to automatically lock themselves into the championship in Miami. Who will win at the North Korean GP? Who will make it to the championship in Miami? As Kim Jong-un pulls off into pit road. We'll have 30 laps to decide who will make it to the championship in Miami. The fans are on their feet, and the green flag flies here for the North Korean GP. Jeremy Clarkson and Walter White will be side by side as we enter turn 1. We have 3 wide racing. Homelander is right behind Walter White for second place, and he'll go down and blocks Von Riley. He'll be on the inside of Walter White. They will be side by side for second place, and Homelander will pull out ahead of Walter White. He'll move up to second place and will chase down Jeremy Clarkson as they go down the backstretch. 3 wide for third place. The 3 playoff drivers are Walter White, Von Riley, and McQueen, all 3 wide for third place as they exit the backstretch and on to turn 3. As Clarkson and Homelander are pulling away from the rest of the field, and Walter White will stay in third place and gets ahead of Von Raleigh and McQueen. Our top three, Jeremy Clarkson, Homelander, and Walter White, are all looking for the first ever win, as Jeremy Clarkson will lead lap 1. And there's a huge wreck at the back of the field. The caution is out and we'll check the replay. In turn 4, Ryan Reynolds has his teammate Ryan Gosling to the inside and his other teammate, The Rock, on his outside. Ryan Reynolds goes up to block his teammate and they wreck. Coming off of turn 4, Big D Randy gets involved, Biden gets involved. We already have a caution. Here's a replay again. Last week, Ryan Reynolds and The Rock got into each other after Ryan Reynolds failed to block in time against The Rock, and he does it here again. Last week's winner, Olaf Sal, also involved. Ryan Reynolds and Hunt go spinning down the front stretch. One final time here, Ryan Reynolds goes up to block The Rock. They make contact. Randy sees the wreck ahead, avoids Ryan Reynolds just barely. Biden, Hunt, and Olaf Sal all hit Ryan Reynolds. And Biden now has an engine issue. Six drivers involved in that wreck, The Rock, Randy, Hunt, and Olaf Sal, will move on in this race, while Joe Biden and Ryan Reynolds are both out after that wreck. As Kim Jong-un pulls the pace car into the pit road, Jeremy Clarkson, Homelander, and Walter White are top three, all looking for the first win. Clarkson and Walter White started this race under the cut line. Can they get enough points to get into the championship, or will they have to win their way to Miami? As the green flag flies here at the North Korean GP, Walter White tries to go to the outside of Homelander for second place. They'll be side by side. Homelander started this race third in points and 14 points above the cut line, but he wants to go for the win. But first, he'll have to fight off Walter White. As they enter turn 1, Von Raleigh pushing Homelander, another driver trying to win his way to Miami. Von Raleigh was tied with Benjamin for 4th place in the point standings, but if Jeremy Clarkson wins, then Von Raleigh will have the final playoff spot. Von Raleigh up into 3rd place, now he'll go side by side with Homelander for 2nd place as they go down the backstretch. Homelander fends off the attack, but Walter White, Von Raleigh, and McQueen are 3 wide. Walter White moves up in the 3rd place, and now it's 3 wide for 4th place. McQueen came here today 18 points under the cut line, as they're now 4 wide for 3rd place. I can't believe what I'm seeing. McQueen needs to win to get himself into Miami. The top 10 drivers are all playoff drivers. As they exit turn 4, and McQueen goes up to block Benjamin, and Schumacher will go to their inside. EDP crosses over from the top lane to the bottom lane. A dangerous move from him there as we're on to lap 7. As they enter turn 1, and EDP and Homelander are side by side for 2nd place. They're 2nd and 3rd in the playoff standings. And EDP will move up into 2nd place. He's looking for his 2nd ever win. He came in here today 37 points above the cut line. He's basically already locked into the championship, but he wants to get another win. Clarkson and EDP pulling away from 3rd place Homelander as they head to turn 3, and EDP will go to the inside. They're side by side for 1st place, and that didn't last long. Clarkson's able to hold them off. As they exit turn 4 and onto the front stretch, they're 3 wide for 4th place, and now Benjamin, behind Riley, is going to go to his inside as we head to lap 8. And because Clarkson's currently in the lead and would automatically lock himself in with a win, Riley and Benjamin side by side for the last playoff spot. They came in here today tied on points. And Von Riley is able to block Benjamin, and he'll retain the final playoff spot. And EDP right behind Jeremy Clarkson. They're 3 wide for 4th place. EDP's looking for a second win. His first one was at Walmart. Clarkson is trying to get his first ever win, as Homelander is looking to go to their inside with his teammate Lightning McQueen behind him. The 2 Team USA teammates are 3rd and 4th. Coming off of turn 4 and onto the front stretch. The top 4 pulling away from the rest of the field as Homelander will go to the inside of EDP for 2nd place. They're 2nd and 3rd in the playoff standings. Is this a preview of the championship race in Miami as we head to lap 9? McQueen will go to the inside of his teammate Homelander. Will Homelander let his teammate by? And he'll block his teammate. Will Team USA Racing get both of their playoff drivers into the championship? As they exit turn 2 and onto the backstretch, Clarkson has a decent lead over EDP. And Benjamin is right behind Vaughn Riley. Because Clarkson currently has the lead, this is the battle for the final championship position. And Benjamin will look to the inside of Vaughn Riley. They're 3 wide with the Stig. As they enter turn 3, Sergio Bell is giving Vaughn Riley the push to get himself ahead of Benjamin. And Vaughn Riley will hold on to the final championship position. And Clarkson will lead us a lap 10 of this race. He's led every single lap so far. As our leaders will enter turn 1, and Homelander will go to the inside of EDP for 2nd place with McQueen trying to help him. They won't be able to get past EDP as he will block them. 2 different teams are trying to get multiple drivers into the championship. Team USA currently has Homelander and McQueen in 3rd and 4th place in this race, while Crosshair Petronas Patriot Racing already has Schumacher locked into the championship after he won Mount Pocono. He's trying to get Soldier Boy, who's currently in 5th place, and Vaughn Riley, who's currently outside of the top 10, and came into the race above the cut line, and is hoping the drivers underneath the cut line don't make enough points to pass him. And is also fending off Benjamin as they exit turn 4 and onto the front stretch. McQueen, right behind Homelander, will Homelander let him by so they can have 2 drivers in the championship. They'll be side by side for 3rd place as we head to lap 11 of the North Korean GP. And Homelander isn't going to let his teammate by and won't help him, as McQueen will go behind him. And Schumacher will go to the inside of his teammate Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy trying to make enough points to get into the championship while Schumacher is already locked in. And Soldier Boy holds off the attack from Schumacher. And Homelander will go to the inside of the EDP as they exit turn 2. What will McQueen do? Will he help his teammate? And no, he won't, as McQueen will go to the inside of Homelander. Soldier Boy trying to help him. 2 drivers underneath the cut line trying to work together to get past Homelander. McQueen and Homelander side by side for 3rd place. Teammates battling here, and Homelander is able to stay in 3rd place. Clarkson in 1st, McQueen in 4th, and Soldier Boy in 5th, all trying to get a win to lock themselves into the championship. ADP and Homelander came in today above the cut line, but they're also trying to go for the win here, as Clarkson will lead us to lap 12 of 30. And now Homelander will go to the inside of EDP. They're side by side for 2nd place. Homelander finished 2nd in Daytona and 2nd in Mount Pocono. Now he's trying to get 2nd place once again, and he won't be able to do it. EDP will be able to block him. And Benjamin in the Home Depot car is behind Vaughn Riley. He's trying to catch up and pass him for the final championship position. The Stig goes to the inside of Benjamin. What will Benjamin be able to do here? As now, he'll go to the inside and block the Stig. And now they're catching up to Vaughn Riley. Could this be the opportunity to get the final championship position? They're side by side, and Vaughn Riley is able to get past Benjamin. He is still holding on to that final position. We're now heading to lap 13 of the North Korean GP. Clarkson and EDP tandem drafting for 1st and 2nd, while Homelander and McQueen tandem drafting for 3rd and 4th. For this race, Homelander was 14 points above the cut line, and McQueen was 18 points at the cut line. Will Team USA give team orders and have Homelander give up the position to McQueen, so McQueen has a better shot at getting both drivers into the championship race? In 4th place is McQueen, who came in today 18 points on the cut line. In 5th place is Soldier Boy, who came in today 11 points on the cut line. And in 6th place is Walter White, who came in today 16 points on the cut line. They're all trying to get enough points to get in the championship. Clarkson will pull away from EDP as now Homelander will go to the inside of EDP for 2nd place. EDP doesn't have enough time to block them. They're going to be side by side heading off of turn 4, and EDP will get ahead of Homelander. And McQueen will go to the outside of Homelander. They'll be side by side as we head to lap 14. The 2 Team USA racing drivers battling for 3rd place here at the North Korean GP. McQueen gets by his teammate, and now it's 3 wide for 4th place. Walter White in the bottom lane. Now Soldier Boy in the middle lane is slowing down. He doesn't want to be in the 3 wide position. Homelander on the outside lane already lost the position to McQueen. He doesn't want to lose another one to Walter White. And Homelander will be able to block Walter White. And McQueen goes to the inside of EDP. They're side by side for 2nd place. Can EDP go from 4th to 2nd in 1 lap? He's going up the order. He's trying to get his first win to get into the championship in Miami. They'll be side by side, and EDP holds off McQueen for second place. They're now coming out of turn 4 and on to the front stretch. Clarkson in first, EDP in second, and McQueen in third as we head to lap 15. We're halfway through this race at the North Korean GP. Now Schumacher is getting attacked by his own teammates. On his inside is Schumacher, who's already in the championship, and trying to pass him, while his team owner, Crosshair, who's already out of the playoffs, is for some reason drafting with Schumacher, trying to help him pass Soldier Boy. I don't know why they're attacking their own teammate who's trying to get enough playoff points to get in the championship, and Schumacher's already in the championship and Crosshair's out of it. As Schumacher will be side by side with Soldier Boy as they go down the backstretch. Now we go to the battle for what could be the final playoff position. Benjamin and Vaughn Riley side by side. Benjamin on Vaughn Riley's inside. Can he finally pass him for the final spot? Side by side down the backstretch, and I don't think he has enough pace to do it. And he gives up and will go back behind Vaughn Riley as they enter turns 3 and 4. While that was happening, Homelander has passed McQueen for third place yet again, and McQueen trying to get back to third place. We missed that pass for third place. Homelander not being a good teammate here, as Walter White will go to the inside of Lightning McQueen. They'll be side by side as we head to lap 16. Will McQueen lose another position as they enter turn 1, and Walter White will get past McQueen for fourth place, and McQueen fights back. They're going to be side by side. These drivers have bad blood after a wreck between the two of them at Mount Pocono, put them way behind on playoff point standings. They're trying to make that points gap up. As they're side by side, they're both hungry to get into the championship. As they go down the backstretch, and McQueen looks like he might hold on to fourth place, and he'll block Walter White. Both of these drivers need every point that they can get to get into the championship as they enter turn 3. Benjamin will look to the inside of Vaughn Riley, and once again, he's not able to get past him for the final playoff position. Now the leader is coming off of turn 4, EDP catching up to Clarkson. He'll go to his inside, side by side for the lead at the North Korean GP as we head to lap 17 of this race. Lightning McQueen and Homelander, the two teammates, side by side for third place as McQueen will pass his teammate for third place, and Homelander crosses over. He goes to the inside of his own teammate, and with the help of Walter White on the bottom lane, he's able to get past him. Now Walter White side by side with McQueen. Homelander might have potentially screwed his own teammate who's also in the playoffs. McQueen and Walter White side by side as we go down the backstretch. Walter White just barely ahead of McQueen for fourth place. They're still side by side as we enter turn 3. The two rivals have an amazing battle here for fourth place. It seems like they always have a battle between the two of them in every single playoff race so far. They're still side by side. Clarkson has pulled away from the rest of the field. As they exit turn 4 and onto the front stretch, these two got in a wreck in the first playoff race at Mount Pocono. Coming in today, they were 9th and 10th in the playoff standings. Will they get enough points today to get into the championship, or will they need to win this race to lock themselves into the championship? As they enter turn 1, an amazing battle here. McQueen was in third place before his teammate Homelander passed him, and now pressure from Walter White for fourth place. Schumacher and Walter White drafting together on the bottom lane. The Team USA teammates McQueen and Homelander drafting on top lane. Schumacher makes it 3 wide. McQueen on the outside of Homelander, and now he gets back behind his teammate, and Schumacher will go behind Walter White. And now they're entering turn 3, and McQueen will go to the inside of his teammate. They're side by side for third place. Clarkson and EDP a few car lengths ahead of them, and Homelander is able to stop the attack from McQueen. And while that was happening, Benjamin tracking down Vaughn Riley. They were tied on points coming here today. They're side by side. This could be for the final championship spot. Benjamin has tried and failed to pass him so many times, and he's finally able to do it here. Is that the nail in the coffin for Vaughn Riley's championship hopes? He needs EDP or Homelander to pass Clarkson to get himself back into the championship. As we head to lap 19 of this race, Clarkson will get an extra point for leading the most laps today. Even if he doesn't win, that's good for his points to maybe point himself into the championship. And Homelander will go to the inside of EDP for second place. He just left EDP high and dry there. Homelander, McQueen, and Walter White all drafting together on the bottom lane to get past EDP. As they exit turn 2, and McQueen and EDP will be side by side for third place. And Walter White will go to the top lane to help EDP pass McQueen. And EDP is able to get past McQueen, and he abandons Walter White. Now Walter White is 3 wide with Schumacher and Crosshair on his inside. And both of them will get past him, and Walter White will fall to 7th place. That's not what he wants. Homelander finished second at Daytona and Mount Pocono. Now he's challenging Clarkson for the lead. They'll be side by side. Both these drivers trying to get their first ever win as they go down the front stretch and onto lap 20. We're now 2/3 of the way through this race as Homelander is losing steam, and he'll go back behind Jeremy Clarkson. As the leaders enter turn 1, and McQueen is going to try to go to the inside of EDP. Will he be able to pass him? And EDP is able to block him. The leaders exiting turn 2 and on to the backstretch. Clarkson and Homelander with a sizable lead over EDP. And now Schumacher, Crosshair, McQueen 3 wide, and Schumacher goes back behind McQueen. And now McQueen will go to the inside of EDP. They're side by side for third place. McQueen in a must-win situation. And EDP will come down and block McQueen. As now Crosshair is looking to pass his teammate Schumacher. Side by side for 5th place, and Crosshair enters the top 5 and passes his teammate. The leaders now exiting turn 4 and onto the front stretch. Jeremy Clarkson will lead us to lap 21 in the North Korean GP. Laps traffic up ahead that might affect who wins this race, as EDP now goes to the inside of Homelander for 2nd place. EDP, McQueen, and Crosshair all drafting on the bottom lane to pass Homelander. And EDP will get back in 2nd place. Now Crosshair, McQueen, and Homelander all 3 wide for 3rd place, and now McQueen is going to get ahead of his teammate. And Homelander now getting pressure from Schumacher on the inside. McQueen and Crosshair side by side for 3rd place, and McQueen is in a must-win scenario to get into Miami, and now he's in the 3rd place. Homelander was in 2nd, now he falls out of top 5 altogether. And McQueen will be side by side with EDP for 2nd place, and EDP is quickly able to stop that attack. One of the best races of the year, with a bunch of playoff implications on the line. As they exit turn 4 and onto the front stretch to lap 22. And our leader, Jeremy Clarkson, is going to have to deal with 2 different lapped cars. Olaf's out on the inside and Hunt on the top lane. Clarkson and EDP, 1st and 2nd place, are going to get stuck behind the lap traffic. As McQueen on the bottom lane will go from 3rd to 1st place. We'll check on the replay for that amazing pass by McQueen to go from 3rd to 1st place because of the lap traffic. Crosshair and Schumacher drafting with him on the bottom lane to pass to EDP, Clarkson, and the lapped cars of Hunt and Olaf's out. And now last week's winner, Olaf's out at Monza, is now a lap down here at the North Korean GP. We'll take one final look at the pass for the lead. McQueen, Crosshair, and Schumacher all drafting together on the bottom lane to pass EDP and Clarkson. Both of them stuck behind laps of traffic, which is going to cause Lightning McQueen to become our new leader here at the North Korean GP. This is exactly what McQueen needed to get the lead of the race and potentially win his way to Miami. Clarkson 3 wide trying to get past the last car. And now Clarkson and Crosshair are side by side for 2nd place. Crosshair getting help from his teammate Schumacher. And now Schumacher is going to abandon his teammate and help Jeremy Clarkson get into 2nd place. And Homelander will finally get past the lapped car. Clarkson, EDP, and Homelander all got screwed from the lap traffic. It's now Lightning McQueen will lead his very first lap of the race. Clarkson and McQueen have some history between them. After Clarkson was wrecked on the restart during the last race at Monza, he took his anger out by wrecking McQueen. Now they're running 1st and 2nd here today. And now Walter White will go to the inside of EDP. Homelander goes to the bottom lane with him. Walter White side by side with EDP for 5th place, and now Walter White enters the top 5. Homelander gets up to 6th place, and EDP falls to 7th place. He goes from 2nd to 7th, all because of that lap traffic. Now EDP on the outside of Homelander. He's trying to get back into 6th place, and it's not going to work out for him. Homelander stays in 6th place, Walter White in 5th place. Both Homelander and EDP started this race above the cut line, and they're both currently in the top 10. And McQueen will lead us lap 24 of 30 laps here at the North Korean GP. Both McQueen and Clarkson trying to win their way to Miami. Can they do it? Clarkson will go to the inside of McQueen, but he checks up, and now Schumacher will go to his inside. Major mistake for Jeremy Clarkson, and now Schumacher will move up into 2nd place. That might have just cost Jeremy Clarkson his shot at winning this race. And now Crosshair will go on his inside. They're side by side for 3rd place. Schumacher on the top lane blocking Jeremy Clarkson. Now Crosshair is looking to pass Jeremy Clarkson and his teammate Michael Schumacher. He's able to get past Clarkson. Now he's side by side. Clarkson is able to fight back. They're side by side. And while this fight happens, Lightning McQueen is just going to gain more and more time on them. As they come off of turn 4 and onto the front stretch, they're still side by side. Every position matters in the playoffs, and Clarkson's going to have to hold on to 3rd place as we hit a lap 25, and he's able to do it. Our top 5 is currently McQueen in 1st, Schumacher 2nd, Clarkson 3rd, Crosshair 4th, and Walter White in 5th. Clarkson will go to the high lane, and Crosshair will go to his inside. Crosshair and Walter White and Homelander all drafting together on the bottom lane, trying to pass Clarkson and Schumacher. Able to get past Clarkson, and now Crosshair is side by side with his teammate, and Crosshair gets ahead of his teammate Schumacher. Clarkson blocks Walter White, and now he's on the bottom lane, trying to draft with him. Walter White abandons him, and now Clarkson has no one helping him on the bottom lane. Schumacher is passing him. Homelander is looking to pass him. Now Homelander is right behind him. They're drafting together to try to pass Schumacher. Clarkson's looking to get back in the top 3, and he's able to do it, and he gets past Schumacher. As now, they're coming out of turn 4 and on to the front stretch. McQueen in first and Clarkson in third, both trying to win their way to Miami, while Crosshair, the non-playoff driver, in second, as McQueen leads us to 5 laps to go. And Crosshair goes to the inside of McQueen. They're side by side for the lead. Crosshair is trying to get his second ever win and 5th ever win for his team, while Lightning McQueen is trying to get his first ever win. And McQueen is able to stay in first place, and his hopes of winning his way to Miami are still alive. Battle for 6th place, Walter White on the high lane, EDP on his inside, and Walter White will be able to hold on to 6th place now. He's looking to catch Homelander. They're going to be side by side going down the backstretch. Will he be able to get past him? Will he enter the top 5? And Soldier Boy is looking to make it 3 wide, but the door is shut on him. As they exit turn 4 and onto the front stretch. And McQueen will lead us to 4 laps to go at the North Korean GP, and now Crosshair will go to his inside, and his teammate Schumacher will try to help him on the bottom lane. As they enter turn 1, and McQueen will go down and block Crosshair. Schumacher goes to the outside lane, and Clarkson will go on his inside. They're side by side for 3rd place. Can Clarkson get back in the top 3? Yes, he will. Clarkson's trying to get his third place finish of the season, and maybe he can win this race. They go down the backstretch. Clarkson trying to get into the championship race in Miami. As the leaders enter turns 3 and 4. McQueen in first place, Crosshair in second, Clarkson in third, and Schumacher in fourth. As they now exit turn 4 and onto the front stretch, McQueen will lead us to 3 laps to go at the North Korean GP. Will he make the championship in Miami? Crosshair right behind him. Will he ruin McQueen's chance at getting the championship? As now, they'll be side by side for the lead in turn 1. If McQueen loses the lead, he'll lose his chance at gaining the championship in Miami. And now, McQueen will stay in first place as they exit turn 2 and on the backstretch. If this battle continues, Clarkson might have a chance at gaining the lead. And now Walter White right behind Soldier Boy. And now he's going to be side by side with him for 6th place as they go down the backstretch. Will Walter White be able to get past Soldier Boy? Benjamin goes down the draft with them on the bottom lane. As we now go back to the battle for the lead, Clarkson has caught right back up with them. Both McQueen and Clarkson are in the playoffs and are looking to win to get into Miami, while Crosshair in 2nd place is already eliminated from the playoffs and is just trying to get his 2nd ever win. McQueen and Clarkson both trying to get their 1st ever win. 2 more laps to go here at North Korea as Crosshair and Lightning McQueen enter turn 1. Crosshair is trying to get his 2nd ever win, while McQueen is trying to get his 1st ever win and his spot in the championship in Miami. As they exit turn 2 and onto the backstretch, Crosshair is catching it with McQueen, the two of them getting farther and farther away from Jeremy Clarkson as they go down the backstretch. I don't think Jeremy Clarkson has enough time to catch these two and have an opportunity to take the lead. And Crosshair is going to go to the inside of Lightning McQueen. They're side by side for the lead of the race. Now McQueen will hold on to 1st place and will have to defend Crosshair for an entire lap if he wants to win this race and go to the championship in Miami as they come off of turn 4 and onto the front stretch. Lightning McQueen will lead us to the final lap at the North Korean GP. Lightning McQueen is trying to get the 2nd ever victory for his team, Team USA Racing. Their 1st win was at Rainbow Road. Can he get them their 2nd win? While Crosshair is trying to get his team their 5th ever victory as they come off of turn 2 and on to the backstretch. It's 3 wide for 3rd place between Homelander, Schumacher, and Clarkson. And Crosshair is right behind Lightning McQueen. This will be his final opportunity to try to take the lead of this race. As they enter turn 3, what will he do here? He'll go to the inside of McQueen for the lead of the race, and Lightning McQueen will fend him off. During the 1st playoff race at Mount Pocono, Lightning McQueen finished dead last. At the 2nd playoff race, he got damage at Monza. He came in here today dead last in the playoff standings, but now he'll win his way to the championship in Miami. Lightning McQueen wins the North Korean GP, one of the best races all year. Lightning McQueen will finish 1st here today. Our only non-playoff driver that finished in the top 10 was Crosshair in 2nd place. In 3rd place is Jeremy Clarkson, who came in here today 5 points underneath the cut line. 4th is Homelander. In 5th place is Schumacher, who's already in the championship race after he won Mount Pocono. 6th is Soldier Boy. 7th is Walter White. 8th is Benjamin, who was tied with Von Riley in points coming in here today. 9th is EDP, and 10th is Von Riley. Our only playoff driver who didn't finish in the top 10 was the Stig in 15th place. It's now time to reveal which 5 drivers made it to the championship race in Miami. Schumacher won the first playoff race at Mount Pocono, locking himself into the championship. McQueen came in here today, dead last in the playoff standings and 18 points under the cut line. But with the win here today, he has locked himself into the championship with Schumacher. Third is EDP 445 with 616 points and 31 points above the cut line. He won early in the season at Walmart. He won the regular season championship. And he also has the most points of any playoff driver. Fourth is Homelander with 604 points and 19 points above the cut line. He may not have a win yet, but he has 2 second place finishes, one at Daytona and one at Mount Pocono. This means Team USA Racing will get both Lightning McQueen and Homelander into the championship. And our final championship driver will be Jeremy Clarkson with 596 points and 11 points above the cut line. He doesn't have a win yet in the series, but he has 3 third place finishes. He came in here today, 5 points below the cut line, but he was able to get past both Von Riley and Benjamin in the playoff standings. In 6th and 7th in the standings is Benjamin and Von Riley. Coming in here today, they were tied in 4th in the playoff standings and 5 points above the cut line ahead of Jeremy Clarkson. But Clarkson passed both of them in the playoff standings. And with McQueen's win here today, knocks both of them out of the championship. Both of these drivers had a win earlier this season. 8th in the playoff standings is our Daytona 500 champion, Soldier Boy, with 576 points and 20 points under the cut line. 9th in the playoff standings is Walter White with 570 points and 26 points below the cut line. He's the only driver in the series with 2 wins, those being at Alaska and Bone Crusher. And last in the playoff standings is the Stig with 567 points and 29 points underneath the cut line. He was the last driver to make the playoffs, and he will finish dead last in the playoff standings. To not finish top 10 at North Korea definitely hurt his chances at getting into the championship. Across the air, Petronas Patriot Racing and Team USA Racing are the only teams left that have a shot at winning the constructor standings as we head to the last race at Miami.